Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect sincere Akim of Israel that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. So, like in 1 second. Alright, this lesson is going to be about envy, not thy oppressor, envy not a sinner, and it's basically going to be land backing off of a brother in my camp's video that I saw this morning. You know, he was going in on envy not a sinner, and I think he started in Proverbs 24, and you know, I'm just going to grab some more precepts and expound on that lesson because it's a really edifying point. And because it's something that, you know, in this truth you kind of have to battle against. You know, you always have the thought of, man, like, all these wicked people are prospering and the men of the Lord are suffering. Like why is this? And you get caught up in envying them. And you get caught up in, like, wanting those riches and meditating on ways to how to get rich quick and stuff like this. But I'm going to grab some scriptures and hopefully it'll cut that demon out of you. Alright, and me too as well. Because I struggle with it sometimes. Like, I see these YouTubers, you know, going out and doing, you know, they're basically vlogging their life. And they get paid millions of dollars from ads and merchandise. It's like, what the hell? You know, folly is set in great dignity. But without further ado, I'll read Proverbs 24:19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. Alright, so don't envy the wicked. Alright, here's why. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. Alright, so the wicked men that are prospering and that are rich and live a healthy, wealthy life, hey, their candle is going to be put out. Alright, it's going to come to nothing. Alright. I'm going to jump to Psalms chapter 73, and I'll start at verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. You know, so I mean, yeah, the Most High has it to where wicked rich men are ruling in this society, and they live to be an old age, and nothing really bad happens to them. You know, continuing on, it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. You know, they live a healthy life. Right? They don't fall under sicknesses or ailments. Therefore pride compasseth them about it as a chain, or charm. No? Chain. It's like I have it highlighted, so it's kind of difficult to read it. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Alright, so yeah, they live this prosperous life, but spiritually speaking, you know, their pride is just over, like, consuming them. Alright, and you know what the scriptures say about pride. Alright, pride cometh before destruction, because their inward thought is, you know, I don't need God, like, everything's good for me. I did this on my own, this, that, and the third. And you see it with sports, athletes a lot. A lot of Jakes are like that, you know, Israelites. You know, they get a little bit of fame and fortune, and they think that they did it on their own. You know, they don't recognize that the Most High put them in that position. Alright? Like Conor McGregor, before he fought Jose Aldo, he said he basically put himself before all the gods. He said, I forget exactly what he said, but he said some proud ass shit. And he ended up winning that fight, but then he lost to Nate Diaz, and then he got his ass whooped in round two, in the second match of Nate Diaz, but it went the distance, and I personally think that they had it rigged to go his way if it went the distance, and that's when. But nevertheless, he still got his ass whipped in both the Nate Diaz matches, and then he. Let's see, who did he fight next? Then he did that shit with Floyd Mayweather, got his ass whooped. He couldn't even go 10 rounds, and then he came back to the UFC and got his ass whipped by Khabib Nurmagomedov. All right, so I mean that's just one example of where pride will get you. All right, there's plenty other examples, you know, but in verse 7 it says, "Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish." You know, they have, you know, they have everything. You know, they have the fatness of the earth. You know, they have more than what's necessary. They have more than, it says, they have more than heart could wish. Alright, so they have more things than they can wish for. Alright, verse 8, "They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongues walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, How doth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High?" You know, so they get puffed up from all their fame and fortune, especially with these damn demons. You know, the I'm talking about these Edomites, all right, predominantly so-called white people. You know, I'm talking about the rich elite families. All right, you know, they practice those wicked sacrifices in the Bohemian groves, and their inward thought is, "Oh, God doesn't see me, I'm hidden." And now it's being exposed all on YouTube, their wicked rituals and such. And they're so proud that they put it in movies. You know, they put the truth out there. It's called and they give information to people like Alex Jones. You know, it's called controlled opposition, and then they mix in lies with InfoWars to keep you docile. You know, like that game Two Truths and a Lie. You know, they'll tell you some truth, but mix in a lie with it, or something comical to make it sound crazy. You know, they'll say something like, "Oh yeah, the Rothschilds own the world. You know, the president is just a puppet, and they're also reptilians," or some bullshit. Now the third one is not true, but you know, they mix in a lie with some truth for you to make you believe in something dumb, or it'll have the reverse effect and make you not believe the first two truths. And then you don't know what's true and what's not. And it causes confusion and keeps you dumbed down. But verse 12, it says, "Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches." You know, so the ungodly are the ones that prosper in the world. You know, Job 9:24. "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked." As a matter of fact, I'll get that real quick, because my next precept is in Job anyway. This is Job 9:24. "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where, and who is he?" Now, what other people are responsible for iconoclasm? You know, it's only so-called white people. If you research the Renaissance and iconoclasm, you'll notice that there are dark icons that ruled from Western Europe all the way over to Russia. And I think Russia was the last ruling dark-skinned people that got whitewashed. So it started from the West and then it kind of carried over into Russia. But there's dark icons. When you look into it, so-called white people painted their faces over it during the Renaissance period. And it's called iconoclasm. Let's see, this is Job chapter 21, verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yet are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their house are safe from fear, neither is the rod of the Most High upon them. You know, so I mean, yeah, the wicked people are prospering. They're living good lives, and the Most High isn't putting punishment on them. You know why? It's because the Most High chasteneth them who He loves. All right, so if you're catching a lot of hell, then the Most High might like you. All right, same thing with your parents. And my parents told me that growing up, you know, whenever they were whipping me, they say, "I'm doing this because I love you." You know, because they don't want me to do participating in hood rat activities. You know, another way of putting it is like, if you ever had friends growing up and they let their and their parents let them you know, go out late at night and stuff. You know, I recognized it. I was like, man, your parents don't love you, man. They're allowing you to stay out late at night. You know, they're not keeping a close watch on you. They don't really care about you, man. Because that's what real love is caring. That would be a closer definition for love, is to care for. You know, because if you care for something, you're not going to let them do stupid shit. Alright, but that's a whole nother lesson in itself. I'm trying to focus on envy not the wealthy. Because I'm gonna Job 21 and 30. It says that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. Alright, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Alright, so these wicked people that are prospering, you know, they fund politicians to pass certain laws to make their business prosper even more. You know, they declare unrighteous decrees. They pay off politicians and they control, you know, drugs influencing, and they prosper off of people's deaths and sicknesses. You know, they prescribe addicting drugs to people that are sick, and drugs that will treat a symptom but not cure, or treat a symptom, or treat a illness but not cure it, and at the same time have 7 more side effects, so they can keep making money off of you, because you never get well. You just stay at a certain level of sickness. You're just slowly dying, and they make money off of you. These kind of people, they're gonna die, man. Don't envy their riches, man. Because if you here, I'll jump to it. 1 Timothy, what is it? I think I missed. Yeah, 1 Timothy 6 and 10. Alright, this is First Timothy 6 and 10. Alright, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through many sorrows." That's basically the cold cut right there. Alright, because it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." Now, you know, having money isn't necessarily evil. Alright, you know, money itself doesn't, you know, make someone good or bad. It's when you start to love it. It's when you start to put it above your faith. You know, it's when you'll do anything to get $1. That's wicked. Alright, because it says, "Which while some coveted after," you know, they wanted his riches. So they'll do anything for it. You know, they put money above the Most High and His Son and the brotherhood, the Word, studying. Alright? It says they have erred from the faith. You know, or been the other word for erred, according to King James 16:11, it says they have been seduced from the faith. So what's the word? I think it starts with an L. Lust. They lusted after money. God, my brain, man. These demons, man. Agaraka Shaitan Bashim Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And pierce themselves through many sorrows. You know, just like for an example, Judas Iscariot. He sold out his Lord. Could you imagine to selling out the Most High's Son for a bag of silver? Same thing now, man. Whatever riches you want, hey, the Most High will give you whatever your heart's desire. He's putting this hell on you right now to better you, to prove your faith. Alright? To test you. It's a test, man. It's to prove you. It's to keep you on your toes. It's to keep you enduring. Because if this truth was easy, if being the Most High's servant was easy, you know, there wouldn't be any glory in it. You know, just like it'd be like like if this truth was easy, it'd be like the same having the same title as the world's smartest retard. It doesn't make any sense. You know, because it's easy to be a smart retard. You know what I'm saying? Something to that effect. You know? But, let's see, I'll get one more. Alright. 1 John chapter 2. Right now. Yeah, 1 John chapter 2, verse 19. It says, they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. That's not the right one. 2 and 15. Slacky. 1 John 2, chapter 2, verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things are in the world. Alright, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So when you start loving the world more, you know, like the riches, the nice cars, all the women, Instagram likes, Twitter retweets, popularity, your views on YouTube, money in your bank account, whatever. If you start loving that, then the love of the Most High isn't in you. Because if you're loving the Most High, you'd be keeping His commandments. You'd be more concerned about spiritual wealth. You want to be concerned about how to make it in this society. Alright, because if you love the Most High, you know that this isn't His kingdom, His everlasting kingdom. Alright? Because when you recognize that this isn't His everlasting kingdom, you realize that this world doesn't matter. You're more concerned about the world to come. Alright, and you're trying to get a good spot, a good ticket, a good seat amongst those 144,000 in the world to come. Alright? Let's see. I'll end it with this. Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 22, verse 12. And behold, I come quickly. Alright, this is Yahushua talking. Alright, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Alright, so he's got a reward with him. Alright, he says, to give every man according to his work shall it be. Alright, so whatever your work is, he's got a reward for your ass. Alright, if your works have been wickedly and deceitful and against his will, he's got a reward for you. Alright, and it's not a good reward like a trophy that you got for playing rec league basketball or church league basketball when you're 6 years old. Alright, it's gonna be a whoop in the ass. And if you're being righteous and a man of the Lord and humble and feeding his flock, alright, and putting Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and his word before you, yourself, your own life, then the Most High's got a reward for you. And this is going to be something far greater than a church league trophy, man. He says he's coming back with crowns, a crown of life. Alright? And he's going to give you a ride to rule nations. Now, that's something that I strive for personally. Alright? But with that, I hope this video was edifying, uplifting, and you know, once again, just, hey man, you gotta look at these hardships as like a spiritual paycheck. Whenever you're going through adversity, you know, you gotta recognize, you know, you gotta thank Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that he's trying you, that you have a chance to prove your faith to him. You know, it's kind of like my dad told me whenever I was doing sports. He said, look, whenever you know, your coach, you know, comes up with a new drill, be like one of the first people in line. You know, so you can like put it out there that, yeah, I'm trying to you know, be the first and best at this drill. Same thing whenever you're faced with an adversity in this truth, man. You just gotta hit on it headstrong. And if you fail, the righteous man getteth up 7 times. Alright, you get up. And you try harder. Alright? You become wiser. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes. Alright, because you can't make every mistake on your own. Alright? You know, the things written aforetime are written for our understanding. Alright, that's why you know, King David's account of him being covetous against his neighbor's wife is written, so that we won't make the same mistake that he made. You know, we won't go after other man's women. You know, stuff like that. But I didn't mean for it to be this long, but it's all the spirit anyways. So with that, I hope this video was edifying. You know, shalom.